I was going back and forth about this video, and this is addressing some things, which I don't feel like I should have to, but apparently there's people out there who need to get on the same page. A lot of people think that when they doing something behind your back, or they doing something sneaky, that one, that won't come out, and two, that they got one up on you because they know you don't know what they doing, and they trying to do something to gain something off of you. When I'm the type of person, when you dress me, you bring something to me, you get addressed, and once I've addressed it, it's over. But people like to do things to also antagonize you, and they thinking that, you know, they are the rulers of your world when they can't even rule their own world because they so concerned about your world. And I'm somebody who, I mind my business, and I don't be on that time where I feel like I have to be in everybody else's stuff, because I'm literally focused on doing something that don't involve me worrying about people in a negative way. When somebody's doing something constantly or saying something constantly, it doesn't make it, and it's a negative thing, I should say, it don't make it true. And there's a lot of people who is coming to my attention that they do things and they say things and they push out things or project things because they don't want their masks to come off. And they spent so much time trying to be something or someone that they're not, that they're copying, that they feel like if they don't get you out of the way faster or whatever, that they're going to be seen. I was having this intuitive message coming out, and in it I was breaking down stuff where I came across, well, I said something on the lines of people wearing masks trying to put a mask on you, and when you sit there and you speak the truth, that mask falls off, and as it goes back, because you know what's done to one must be done to the other, right? Their mask comes off. So put it like this: if you have somebody who sits there and they talk about somebody all the time, do you ever imagine what they say about you behind your back? If you sit around someone who does something like that, do you think about what happens when you're not around them and they're around those same people, or what they're talking about you to them? And then you got somebody who does something all the time, they do something, and you can't figure out, something that just don't feel right, it's off. But you sit there and you stay up under them and you just like, nah, you wouldn't do that to me. But then they do something to you. It's like something in your gut telling you something's not right, right? Especially if they somebody who's supposed to be cool with you. They supposed to have an understanding with you. But people around see them doing a bunch of weird ass shit to you, or hearing them say a bunch of weird ass shit to you, and they don't come to you directly and say nothing to you about it, so you can't address it. They just sit there and look at the stuff and they go along with it or listen to it or whatever. There's a lot of people who I'm becoming aware of who have been doing a lot of things, and they've been saying a lot of things about me and a lot of people, and it's wrong. And the same way you could sit there and try to put a fake mask on somebody while you sitting there wearing a fake mask, and that truth comes out, and then that fake mask falls off of that person that you try to paint so perfectly, now your fake mask falls off. You could sit there and you could try to staple that motherfucker, glue it, hot glue it, solder it, all this stuff on it. It's still a mask. You're still a liar. However you cut it. And regardless of whether or not somebody sat there and they believed the shit that you said, they did it because they wanted to believe that. If somebody says something to somebody and you think that shit's just like, what? And you don't even take the time to sit there and ask the person a question. You just go along with whatever somebody says. For whatever reason, be it good or bad, well, that's you. But especially when somebody's saying something bad about somebody and you like, well, why would they lie? That's the same thing that I'm coming across. Why would they be lying about you? Probably because of whoever they saying it to. I don't know. Something also popped into my mind when I was sitting here and I was talking, and it was very much so about the fact that I use music in my videos, and I be using songs that is free music. You could sit here and think that you hurting my feelings because I got a song, one of my videos that I play a lot is I Don't Want to Cry. You a weirdo if you sitting here thinking that I was crying over something that somebody was doing. I don't even know you, and you didn't do nothing to me. I'm not sitting here saying that people don't be having days, especially when people is doing all kinds of stuff. But you are crazy if you based, and there are people out here, these are these mental crazy weirdo motherfuckers who are sitting there basing stories off of you putting music in a video, thinking that you're talking about them. Or if any video that I've done where I was sitting here showing how to do something, they were sitting here thinking that I was talking to them. It's like, even if you put a message out and you tell people to walk by faith, and they sit there and they feel like they must put out a video now saying walk by faith. I don't know if somebody did this. I'm just saying, it could be for whatever reason why I did what I did, but you don't know me. But you will sit there and you will say something. And whoever, this video is going to stay up on my channel. For whoever who sits there and thinks that they know why I do something, and you don't even ask me why I do something or what it is that I'm doing, if I even deign to tell you why I do what I do, but you want to run with a narrative that seems however you want it to be, that's your business. You can keep that to yourself, especially if it's negative. See, I already know that they're doing something, they're gearing me up for something, and it very much so is me speaking out the truth, because what I do, I speak the truth. It's weird, it's funny to me how somebody could sit there and do shit behind your back and you don't even know it. For the longest time, I've been putting out videos trying to help people feel better by making themselves feel better, not with having to make somebody else feel like they have to make you feel a way, but you deciding, you know what, I'm interested in this right here. Meaning, I want to go and I want to make shirts. I want to go and I want to make keychains. I'm over here, I want to make candles. And I'm like, you know what? If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. That's where your permission is, to make yourself feel better. But you don't make yourself feel better at the expense of somebody else. You never, ever got my permission to do something to me, thinking that it will not come back to you. Be warned. I'm somebody who, I'm pretty much a chill, laid back person, because I want cool, chill, laid back people around me. But one thing I do not tolerate, if you know me, if you ever considered yourself to know me, is that I do not do disrespect. I'm very much so a no nonsense type of person. I don't play very well with people who is so, it don't work for me. Because I could sit here and I could give you mad leeway, but once you done did something and you done crossed the line, you know you don't come back. You know this. And people who sit there and they do stuff and they want to be sneaky, you could stay being sneaky. I may not see you, but remember, my team see you. This video right here is just for me to say, going forward, when I put out a message, and it's a message, and I'm not putting them out because it's like I'm trying to be negative, because that's never that. It's because they put something on me to put out a message. They want me to say something. Or it's something that I've seen, and it's like I feel like I have to say something because I've learned something. Usually, that's what happens with people. You sit there, you go through something, or at least for me, as I was sitting, going through a lot of stuff, what I was using to help me feel better, I decided to push that out to help people help themselves feel better. And then when it came to people thinking about things a certain way, I was trying to give you different perspectives or show you how to do stuff and make it be easier for you to do. Not one time have I gone out of my way to do something to hurt somebody? And people doing stuff behind your back, well, you know what? I'm going to guess that that's something that just happens while you're online. But there's lines that you do not cross. There are lines you will not cross. Take it like you want to. And especially when it comes to the spiritual things. I'm not sitting here putting stuff out like I'm trying to convert anybody anyway. If you somebody who decides that you want to make yourself feel better, you wanted to change your perspective, the same way I sit every day and I learn something new every day, and or I change, my perspective can be changed about something simple, I invite you to listen to the video. But if you somebody who that's not where you at and you just want to be somebody who's about crafting and stuff, then watch those videos. I should not have had to even come out and say this for this video, but I'm doing it just because I feel like it needs to be done. And then it should not have to be done no more. I'm not somebody who feels like I have to explain myself to many people. Therefore, I don't. And many people will sit there and think because I'm mysterious in the fact that I don't feel like it's your business about me, in the same way as I don't feel like it's my business about you, will respect that. Because why? You yourself have your own business that you don't want everybody in. Sometimes the things that people see in front of them, they can't just take that as that is the truth. Sometimes they want to spin a tale in their mind about something else. And for you people who do that, you need to go get therapy. You need to go get help. And stop sitting here thinking that somebody just can't be how they are. Because when you sit there, you try to paint somebody to be something that they're not. You saying a lot more about yourself than you are about that person. Just saying. And let me repeat it again. For those in the back who missed it. If you're sitting there and you're lying on me, telling people shit about me, you know damn well you either don't know me, or if you did know me, you sitting there lying on me, you already was warned. Those people who sit there and do shit in the dark, it always comes to light. You sitting there, you thinking that somebody knows what the fuck you doing. And that's my take on this. I might not have known what was going on and what people were saying and doing. But when you become enlightened to certain things, that's when you address it. You can say whatever you want to say about me and think that your shit won't come out, but it will. Because it's going to go back to you. Because why? I don't know you and I don't care to. But I will not sit here and continuously address things because I don't have to. Because if somebody wanted to know something about me, they would have asked a question. Because that's what a grown-ass man and a woman does. Not a little kid. And somebody who sits there and do nothing but put out negative shit about somebody, well, I guess you know what category you're in. Grow up. People is weird, yo. And y'all put out weird-ass energy. Weird. Stop messing with people. And stop being weird. And I really do hope I don't have to come out and say another thing about this. Why? Because, as I told you before, I'm letting my team handle it. Later, y'all.